Once upon a time, deep in the mountains, there was a unique valley. It was known as EchoingHollow. It was named this because the locals loved words deeply. They would talk all the time. From waking up to going to bed, words were always flowing from their mouths. Whether bargaining at the market or working in the fields, there was an endless stream of talk. In the evening, they would gather at the town square. For them, speaking was the most important part of life. They were very proud of their eloquence. In this valley lived a young girl named Ira. Ira was very different from everyone else. While everyone else kept talking, Ira often remained silent. She was very sensitive. She could deeply feel the emotions of others. But she found it hard to express her own thoughts and feelings in words. In the endless noise of the valley, Ira felt like her own voice was lost. She often sat quietly and listened to people. She tried to understand the emotions hidden behind their words. She felt that people said a lot, but they hardly ever truly listened to each other. Slowly, a strange change began to settle over EchoingHollow. Despite the flood of words, people were growing apart from each other. They would speak their minds, but they lacked the patience to listen to anyone else. Arguments started erupting over the smallest things. Misunderstandings grew, and cracks began to form in their relationships. The vibrancy and beauty of the valley began to fade. The scent of the wildflowers seemed to dim. The chirping of the birds grew quiet. A strange sense of sadness permeated the air. In this valley lived a boastful singer named Swadesh. Swadesh was incredibly proud of his melodic voice and singing. He would often show off his voice, trying to draw everyone's attention to himself. People praised his voice, but Ira felt a hollow emptiness in his singing. She felt that Swadesh only wanted to hear himself talk, without any interest in understanding the emotions of others. Ira was deeply troubled by this growing dissatisfaction and noise. She felt that something was terribly wrong, but she didn't know what to do. She often escaped the valley's noise to find quiet places, where she could find peace in the silence of nature. One day, while searching for such a spot, she arrived at an ancient cabin on the edge of the valley, hidden by dense thickets. Inside the cabin sat an elderly woman, appearing very calm and gentle. She held colorful threads in her hands, weaving them on an ancient loom. Ira noticed that the woman wasn't just weaving threads. She was weaving emotions, thoughts, and unspoken words into them. This woman was the silent weaver, whom very few people knew about. The silent weaver looked at Ira and offered a gentle smile. She gestured for Ira to come inside. Ira entered the cabin and watched the work closely. The silent weaver showed Ira her craft. She explained that each thread represents an emotion or a thought. She said that truth can only be heard in silence. She taught Ira how important it is to use words thoughtfully, and how sometimes silence is the most powerful message of all. The silent weaver told Ira, "My dear child, the people of this valley are trapped in a web of words. They talk so much that they have forgotten how to listen to one another. True understanding flourishes in silence, where we can hear our inner voice and the unspoken feelings of others." She told Ira about the serene lake, located in the heart of the valley. The serene lake is the symbol of the valley's peace and understanding, but because of the constant noise, its water is drying up. Until people learn the value of silence, the lake will dry up completely. Ira began learning the balance between silence and words with the silent weaver. The silent weaver taught her how to meditate and listen to the sounds of nature. She taught her how to recognize her inner voice. Ira learned when to speak and when to listen. She began to recognize her inner strength. This strength helped her understand others' emotions and express them with the right words. After some time, the silent weaver sent Ira to meet an ancient turtle, the guardian of Serene Lake. The turtle was very old and wise, and he was the symbol of silence. Ira reached the lake and saw that the water had receded significantly, leaving a heavy sadness on its surface. The turtle looked at Ira and said in his slow, deep voice, "Welcome, Ira. I know why you have come. To refill the lake, the people of the valley must experience true silence and sincere words." They must realize that every word carries weight, and every silence carries meaning. The turtle gave Ira an ancient riddle. When words dissolve into silence, and silence gives birth to words, only then will the lake be full again. Ira understood what the turtle meant. She knew what her next move would be. She had to explain the importance of silence to the people of the valley. She decided to meet the arrogant singer Swadesh first. Swadesh was always showing off his voice. Ira knew he would be the hardest to convince. Ira approached Swadesh while he was preparing for his next performance. Swadesh saw Ira and laughed. "Oh, the little silent girl. Are you here to see the magic of my voice too?" Ira said politely. "Swadesh, your voice is very beautiful. But have you ever wondered how much power there is in silence? Have you ever tried to listen to the voices of others?" At first, Swadesh mocked her. He thought Ira was trying to put him down. But Ira didn't give up. She told Swadesh about the silent weaver's teachings. She also told him about the sad state of the serene lake. She explained that his voice lacked true emotion, because he only spoke his own words and didn't listen to others. For the first time, Swadesh heard someone speak with such sincerity. He saw truth and determination in Ira's eyes. He began to reflect on her words. Ira then began persuading everyone in the valley to come together. It was a very difficult task. People didn't want to give up their habit of talking. But with Ira's persistence and the silent weaver's inspiration, people began to agree. They decided to observe complete silence across the entire valley at a set time. The day finally arrived. The sun was shining bright, but a strange stillness settled over the valley. Slowly, the people stopped talking. At first, it was very difficult. Some became restless, and a few tried to whisper. But Ira's calm eyes and the silent weaver's presence kept them in check. Slowly, complete silence descended upon the valley. No voices, no words, only the rustling of the wind and the whispering of the leaves. And then, a miracle happened. As total silence filled the valley, the serene lake slowly began to fill up again. Its water became clear and sparkling, with ripples of peace spreading across the surface. For the first time, people felt each other's inner voices and emotions. They realized how many things within them had remained unsaid. And they felt the emotions deep within others that they had never listened to before. Even the arrogant singer, Swadesh, listened to his inner voice in the silence. He realized his mistakes.